FHA and that 40-year mortgage seems to be a hot topic in today's video. As always, I'm going to give you the correct information in regards to mortgage, and I won't make you wait for it. Newsflash, there is no FHA 40-year loans for purchasing homes in 2023. No, it's not coming May 8th. No, it's probably not coming ever from the FHA. Stay tuned. I'll give you some details. All right, Matt the Mortgage Guy, residential mortgage broker, licensed in 46 states. Connect with me and my team and get accurate information about mortgage and programs. Go to greatmortgagebroker.com. I'm making this video in response to a ton of stuff out there, from TikTok to YouTube to the news. I think it was a news station in Arizona that ran a story about the new FHA 40-year mortgage. Hey guys, you might want to check into it. Maybe talk to somebody reputable before you launch a newscast. But hey, we're all human. I'm human. I've made mistakes, so I'm not going to knock them too hard. But if you heard about an FHA 40-year loan and you're curious about it, it's really simple, because you're going to see a bunch of people talking about it, and then you're going to also hear a bunch of people debunking it and telling you the truth, which is, yes, the 40-year term was approved by FHA on FHA loans starting May 8th, 2023 for people who are getting a loan modification. So if they're not able to modify you into a payment that's comfortable over a 30-year term, they can now, and this is old news, I think this is 2022 news, I'm almost positive, stretch that out to a 40-year term. Back in 20 and 21, I feel like there was plenty of servicers out there that had the ability to stretch the terms out to help people, with mortgage forbearance relief by putting them to a 40-year term. And if the FHA didn't do it back then, they definitely did it by like 2022. So none of this is new, except for the fact that a lot of people are talking about it like it's a product that can be used during purchase. Towards the end of this video, I want to show you, in case a 40-year product ever does come out, how much extra purchase power you would have, what it would look like on a monthly payment perspective, and then a little bit of my input. I'd love to hear yours on whether you think the 40-year term would be a good thing, whether it's FHA, whether it's conventional. There's already 40-year terms out there in non-QM lending, which is non-qualified mortgage, not conventional, not FHA, none of the standard loans. Other lenders who can write their own guidelines, their own rules, their own underwriting are doing these and have been doing these 40-year terms. Some of them are interest only. Some of them are investment property only. Some will actually do it on an owner-occupied home. But whether or not that's right for you is specific to your scenario. And I'll give you a hint. It's probably not. Sometimes with a higher rate in fees, you'll look at a 40-year term versus a 30-year term, and the payment is almost identical, except for that you're not paying anything towards principal on the 40-year if you're doing interest only. Or you're stretching it out over a longer term. If it's at a higher rate, but you're only saving $42 a month, you're paying a lot less towards principal every month. So it's not always a good thing. You want to talk to somebody who has your best interest in mind, who can really break it down for you. So real quickly, I want to show you, because it's, something that needs to stop, quite honestly. If you Google FHA 40-year loan, the top search result is a paid ad from LendingTree. They're trying to collect your data. They're trying to sell that data to mortgage companies who are desperate to stay in business, to write loans. Not the best people to talk to. When they're desperate and they need to write loans, they're not always going to tell you the truth. They're going to use slimy sales tactics to get you to do business with them. Trust me, I know it. Like when I pull a mortgage credit report, my buyers might get 50 or 60 calls and texts from what's called trigger leads, where a mortgage company that's going out of business or doesn't provide enough value to get people to contact them in the first place will wait until someone has a mortgage credit report pulled, and then they'll send a barrage of text. They'll have a call center with loan officers that can hardly spell mortgage. I can offer you a 4.99. Give me a call. Whether you're buying or you're refinancing, I've got a lower rate than whoever you're talking to. One, it's a bunch of BS. Two, I've seen the tactics. Like, it is laughable. Unfortunately, a lot of people fall for it, so they keep doing it. But really deplorable companies like Quicken Loans, right? 40-year home loans. And like, this is hilarious because it looks like they do 40-year home loans. I can tell you they don't. And then you click on it and it takes you to their site, apply online for your home loan, or call our experts. Some kid in a call center who's barely written a dozen mortgages is not an expert. Come on. But they'll take you through, they'll put you in their lead funnel with no intentions of selling you a 40 mortgage or no 40-year mortgage to even offer, right? Some of the other ones I clicked on, like, great marketing, right? California mortgage rates are rising fast. They're actually fairly steady and on the decline, but A for effort on marketing. This is proof that, there's an article a year ago, April of 22, not 23, that FHA was rolling out the 40-year option for modifications, not for purchase. But with all this aside, if you were in a future scenario presented with a 40-year mortgage term, would it be beneficial to you? What would be the pros and the cons? Let's talk about it. This is my handy dandy Excel spreadsheet. Hopefully this is big enough for you to read. Maybe I'll do a little stretchy like this. What I did was I put side by side 30-year fixed, 5.125 on an FHA loan, $400,000 purchase, principal, interest, mortgage insurance, property taxes, and homeowners insurance, an all-in payment of $2,800 a month. Now, if it was available, a 40-year fixed rate term, that would lower this box and this box only, right? Because it's being stretched out over a longer period. Your principal and interest payments are lower. Taxes stay the same. Mortgage insurance stays the same. Homeowners insurance stays the same. Technically, right? They could, if they wanted to, say, we're going to do a 40-year term, we're going to do a higher mortgage insurance premium on those. So that could be the case. But let's just look at it. If it were to come out, everything else being equal, $212, $213 a month in savings to go over 40 years. I'm not going to break out the whole amortization schedule, but as you could probably figure, if you're paying this smaller amount, it's stretched out over 40 years. If you looked at the 386 principal balance that you start with, and you made, call it 60 payments over 5 years to the 30-year, 60 payments over 5 years to the 40-year, the 30-year is going to be paying off more principal. So you're going to be $12,000, $13,000, $15,000 ahead on that payoff. Meaning 5 years from now, you might owe, and these are just me throwing numbers out there, $365,000 on the 40-year and only $350,000 on the 30-year. And so that's something to take into consideration if you ever were presented with this. The one last thing I'm going to mention, and I don't want to make this too long-winded, is how much extra purchase power for people that are saying, listen, I need a 40-year loan to even be able to qualify. I can just go into my spreadsheet here, into the 400. I'm going to add 8% to the purchase price, 432. And I can tell you without doing any other math that with a similar payment, $2,794 and $2,800, you're going to qualify, right? If your debt to income ratio says we need your payment at or below $2,800, well, then On a 30-year, you can go up to 400,000. On a 40-year, you can go up to 432,000. 8% increase in buying power. So who knows if it's ever going to come out? The people that I've talked to, and I've sat on advisory councils, I've been very close to mortgage executives in the retail channel, in banking, everywhere. And they pretty unanimously tell me there's not going to be a Fannie and Freddie, meaning conventional products, ever. It's very unlikely that FHA comes out with the owner-occupied product, but who knows? Might be announced next month. If and when it does, I'll be prepared to talk about it. For now, no 40-year FHA loans on purchase. Like I said, yes, there is some in non-QM. They're going to be expensive. They're going to come with higher interest rates, generally speaking. So you want to make sure that it truly is beneficial to do a 40-year term, and they're not as common and widespread as people think. It's a very, very small segment of the market. So hopefully this was helpful. Real news, not fake news. Check out other stuff on my channel, 850 plus videos. Been at this for a decade. Provide me feedback, anything I can do to get better every day. I'd love to hear it. What videos do you want to see? What do you want me to talk about? What can I do better? Check out videos here, 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 and here. And I think that's it for today. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.